So Aditi Jain is there. So I wanted the 9th A students. 9th B children, so I had a talk. Okay, I could talk to them in the previous period. Now I want 9th A students. So Aditi Jain, Rama Mikra is visible to me. Then I find Nakul Agarwal is not there. Okay, Shubham Sahu is there. Fine. Okay, so Aditi Jain, Janvi is not there. Ah, Janvi is visible. Okay, ठीक है. Now Nakul is only not there. Baki. So Nakul is absent today. Abhi to he was there just now, Nakul, not switching on the camera. What happened? Nakul? Okay, so now leaders, I want to ask that your preparation, that presentation is going on well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, each group leader will. So you are happy that all members are doing the work properly and it's all done?
Ma'am,
ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
in my group, ma'am, everyone doing their work, but Hemant Raghuvanshi is not doing their work, and even didn't give us message or reply to any message.
Acha, so this should not happen. See, the school is going on, the classes are going on, the work has been given, and if you don't contact each other and if you don't do the work, so then you will not get the marks. Remember, children, this presentation of this why do you fall ill, it will be evaluated. The marks will be given. Is it clear? And then on the basis of that presentation only, you will be understanding, each child will understand and I'll give the questions. And you will
Ma'am,
write down
when
the
will you
question
start?
answers. Is it clear? Huh, Nakul?
Ma'am, when will you start the presentation?
Presentation, I will start the presentation after your oral test is done. Okay, after you have completed with the oral test and then I have completed with the other two types of the muscle fibers, then I will start with the presentation. I gave you so many days ahead so that easily you can prepare. Followed all of you? Okay, और उसको prepare करके रख दो. फिर जब आपका presentation का time आएगा तो that time you just revise and you do the presentation. You explain it. And remember each group, whatever topic you have been given to you, you have to learn it thoroughly. उसका knowledge आपको पूरा अच्छे से हो जाना चाहिए. ओके वो टॉपिक फिर आपको बाद में एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए बिकॉज ऑलरेडी इट इज नाउ प्रिपेयर्ड. Is it clear? Because when you are preparing to, you are reading the textbook also, you are reading the other things also, and then you are preparing the PPT, isn't it? So that way it has to be done. Okay, so 9th children, you are ready. Tomorrow you will have your individual, that is your independent, your bio period, and in that only you will be giving the oral test. Is it clear? तो कल से हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे. पढ़ना कितना है आपके लिए? How much you have to study?
Ma'am,
Plant
Plant
tissue and
and
animal
animal
tissue.
tissues and plant tissue
and
में nervous and muscular
muscular
tissues
tissue.
and
Nervous and
basically
muscular.
skin.
Okay, now 9th children only just tell me that how what was the last question done in the notebook? Tell me fast from your animal tissues part.
There is nervous tissue present in human body.
Okay, that was all.
And there was last question and there was many like describe the structure of neuron with diagram, what is caught when it's found, right is function,
You all
the
have
structure of
completed those.
stomata.
Okay, you have completed with those questions or not of the nervous tissue? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
तो nervous tissue, nerve cell का structure बिल्कुल clear है? Yes, everyone.
Yes,
ठीक है.
ma'am.
So today we will start quickly with the muscular tissue. Now what you all do? Put today's date in your notebook and write down. Yes, Nakul.
मैम मैं कल मैम आउट ऑफ स्टेशन जा रहा हूँ तो मैम.
अच्छा, तो फिर ठीक है, आपका देखेंगे फिर हम. Okay, the other children will give the test. Okay, so
I will also be out of station tomorrow.
Who will be out of station?
Ma'am, I.
Acha, so let's see now. Okay, I am presenting my screen, children, and put today's date in your notebook and write down muscular tissue. Okay, so 9th B children have already started. Now my screen is visible to you all?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
ma'am.
So now we are starting with the muscular tissue. So write it quickly. Children, all of you write down muscular tissue characteristic features. Characteristic features. Written. The B section have already written. So ninth A children quickly write down must be characteristic features and now write it. So I want ninth B students, that is Kinjal, to repeat the first feature of the muscular tissue. First feature of muscular tissue.
They are made up of thin, long thread-like cells called muscle fibers.
So you have to dictate them. So dictate it quickly. Kinjal,
They are,
other children, 9th children, लिख लो जल्दी से. That the first feature of the muscular tissue is what? That they are made up of. Kinjal, further.
they are made up of thin, long thread-like cells called muscle fiber.
So remember children, the cells make up a tissue. Okay, so cells have got the different shapes. In the muscular tissue, you find the cells which make up this muscular tissue. They are very thin, they are long, and they are thread-like. Now, since they are long and thread-like, so you call those cells as muscle fibers. All have understood? Second feature now. I want second feature Ria to tell. Ria Singh. Ria, are you there? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, so Ayushi will tell. Ayushi Lakra, repeat the second feature.
Yes, ma'am. They are made up of contractile proteins.
So the muscle fibers are made up of the contractile proteins. Contractile proteins means those proteins which can contract and relax. So Ayushi, name those proteins.
Ma'am, actin and myosin.
So say the spelling of actin.
ACTIN.
The other one,
MYOSIN.
myosin. Okay, it is myosin. Now, third feature. I want
Ayushi,
Pranav
can you repeat?
Prakash to tell the third feature. Acha, someone wants to be repeated. So, Pranav Prakash, quickly say the two features of the muscular tissue. Pranav, are you there?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
Pranav is
ma'am.
not there. No, he is there, but
Yes.
he is not answering nowadays. I think just switches on the joins and then leaves. Okay, Romisha now say.
Ma'am, both the features,
Both features, then the third one.
they are made up of thin, long, thread-like cells called muscle fibers. Second, they are made up of contractile proteins, which are actin and myosin. Third, they contract and relax.
They contract and relax. Noted everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so they help in movement and locomotion, children. Okay, the muscular tissue help in movement and locomotion. Okay, so now types. You put the subheading, children, all of you all types. So there are 3 types of muscle fibers or muscular tissue. Muscular tissue. There are 3 types of muscular tissue. So Harish will tell me what are the 3 types of muscular tissue.
Skeletal tissue, skeletal muscles, and cardiac muscle and smooth muscles.
So now write down, children, in this order what I am telling. Because you will be making the table, the 3 columns you will be making, and then you will be writing. Okay, so first we will take up striated muscle fiber, STRIATED. Striated muscle fiber. Just put MF. Okay, then write down next one, unstriated muscle fiber. Second, unstriated muscle fiber. And the third, write down cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. Clear to you? This much noted, everyone?
Ma'am, what is
Yes,
last one?
ma'am.
Cardiac. CARDIAC. Cardiac muscle fiber. So whether it is asked the differences between muscle fibers or muscular tissues, remember children, the differences will remain same. Okay, because the fibers are only making the muscular tissue, and fibers are the cells which make up the muscular tissue. And since they are thin, long thread-like, you are calling those cells as the fibers. So you call them muscle fibers. Is it clear this much to all of you all? Shall we move ahead? A section children done with this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you see the video and try to understand the 3 types of muscle fibers. After seeing this video, then we will try to sum up the differences between the 3 types in the tabular form. Okay, so you will be telling. So listen the video very carefully and try to understand it.
Muscular tissue. The bones of the skeleton are connected to muscles. Muscles are masses of tough, elastic tissue that pull bones when we move. Muscles function by contracting. Muscles are categorized according to their differences in methods of contracting, location, and structure. When muscles are under conscious control, they are called voluntary muscles. Involuntary muscles are not under conscious control. There are 3 types of muscles: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Skeletal muscles are mainly attached to skeletal bones and held to them with the help of tendons. They cause movements of the body. Skeletal muscles are also called striated muscles because of the striped pattern. Because movement of the muscles can be consciously controlled, they are called voluntary muscles. Some of the most important skeletal muscles are the pectoralis on each side of the upper chest, the deltoid muscle on the shoulder, and the biceps in the upper arm. Smooth muscles appear smooth and are usually in layers. They are involuntary muscles and cannot be consciously controlled. Smooth muscles are found in the digestive system within the esophagus, stomach, intestines, urinary bladder, and the uterus in women. Smooth muscles exhibit sustained contraction, so they do not fatigue easily. Cardiac muscles are only found in the heart as myocardium. They are striped like skeletal muscle cells, but function involuntarily like a smooth muscle. Cardiac muscles are responsible for the rhythmic contractions of the heart. Unlike skeletal and smooth muscles, cardiac muscles do not fatigue. Summary: skeletal muscles are attached to the bones and are voluntary in function. Smooth muscles are smooth in appearance and contract involuntarily. Cardiac muscles are specialized muscles found only in the heart.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes, say.
ma'am, can you repeat the types of muscular tissue?
Okay, okay.
Muscular tissue. The bones of the skeleton are connected to muscles. Muscles are masses of tough, elastic tissue that pull bones when we move. Muscles function by contracting. Muscles are categorized according to their differences in methods of contracting, location, and structure. When muscles are under conscious control, they are called voluntary muscles. Involuntary muscles are not under conscious control. There are three types of muscles: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac.
Now, children, write down. First one is the striated muscle, striated, striated. That only oblique you put skeletal muscle. Then unstriated, you have written the second one. You put oblique, that is smooth muscle. That is unstriated muscles are also called smooth muscles. And the third type, the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. Noted, children, the three types. Now
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want everyone to make three columns. Okay, in first column write down striated muscle, second column write down unstriated muscle, and third column write down cardiac muscle. And we will try to pick up differences between all the three of the muscle fibers or the muscles.
Your voice is not clear.
Oh, my voice is not clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, your voice is not
Noted.
coming.
Your voice is not clear.
अच्छा not coming only. लेकिन आज तो प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं हो रही थी अभी तक तो. Okay, I'm
Yes, ma'am.
increasing
Now
my
it is clear.
volume and just now it's clear. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Better,
No, ma'am.
better now.
Ma'am, it is lagging
No.
sometimes.
Okay, sometimes it's going off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Now we'll try. Okay, I'm just speaking up. I will be repeating, children. Okay, so you try to write down. So three columns are ready, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now, first of all, we will try to write down the differences in their structure. Okay, कि skeletal muscle का structure कैसा है, smooth muscle का कैसा है, cardiac का कैसा है. Then we will try to see the differences in their function. Okay, then we will try to see the differences in their nature. Nature matlab which one is voluntary, which one is involuntary. Voluntary and involuntary means, children, that whether they are working according to our wish or they are working independent. They are not under our control. You know that heart muscles do not work according to our wish. Okay, heart muscle continuously keeps beating. That is why you know that heart is beating from the birth till the death. If the heart muscles stop beating or stop contracting and relaxing, means the person gone. ओके तो उसका रिलैक्सेशन और कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिदमिक चलता रहता है एंड द सेम वे स्मूथ मसल्स यू नो स्मूथ मसल्स आर फॉर्मिंग दिस इंटेस्टाइन they are forming the urinary bladder also, they are forming the uterus in the women also. Okay, so these all parts are made up of the smooth muscles. So internal organs, you can say the internal organs, they are made up of the smooth muscles. Our alimentary canal, the different parts are made up of smooth muscles. And you know that our stomach does not contract, or your small intestine, large intestine does not contract according to your will. Okay, their work is going on independent. आपको पता ही नहीं चलता कब contract हो रहा है, stomach कब contract नहीं हो रहा है. So such.
Ma'am, they are also involuntary.
They are also involuntary. So whichever muscles do not work according to our wish, or they are not according to our will working, तो हम उनको involuntary बोलते हैं. And which are under our control, you call them voluntary. So out of these three types, children, the first one, that is the striated muscle. Those muscles which are attached to the bones and the cartilages, they are only voluntary. That is why, you know, whenever you wish, you move your hand. Whenever you wish, you keep your hand down. Whenever you want to run, you are running. When you are not wishing to run, you don't run. Means your hands and legs movement, that is all under your control. Is it clear? So these muscles are the skeletal muscles. Why you gave the name skeletal? Because they are attached to the skeleton, that is the bones and the cartilages. Is it clear? Unstriated को smooth क्यों बोला? Because they don't have the alternate light and dark bands. So now you start writing, children, the first point. Okay, so we will take up the point of difference in all the three columns. So first, write down in the striated. They are, in the striated one, write down, they are thin, long, cylindrical. They are thin, long, cylindrical. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And add up their unbranched. Thin, long, cylindrical, unbranched. Now in the unstriated, you write down, they are spindle shaped. They are spindle shaped. S-P-I-N-D-L-E. They are spindle shaped.
Ma'am, these differences are on basis of what?
That is the structural difference.
Structure.
We are talking about the structure. How the structure is different. तो अभी अपन ने shape
Unstriated में लिखना है.
This is the unstriated, that they are spindle shaped. They are spindle shaped. Now the next one you take up. The cardiac, you write down, they are thin, long, cylindrical, and branched. They are thin, long, cylindrical, and branched. Thin, long, cylindrical, and branched. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
First difference is clear. Now write down the next point. In the first one. First one means which one?
Striated.
Skeletal.
Write down, they have alternate light and dark bands. They have alternate light and dark bands. They have alternate light and dark bands. BANDS bands.
Ma'am, in function?
अरे फंक्शन बाद में ना, अभी तो स्ट्रक्चर अपन पढ़ रहे हैं. नोटेड. फिर अब अनस्ट्राइटेड में लिखो, दे डू नॉट हैव alternate dark and light bands. They do not have alternate light and dark bands. Noted. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Last वाले में करो. That is your cardiac muscle.
Cardiac.
In the cardiac case, you write down, they have faint cross striations. They have faint. They have faint cross striations.
What's the spelling?
Ma'am, they have
Faint, FAINT, faint cross striations, STRIATIONS, faint cross striations.
Ma'am, please repeat the unstriated muscles.
Unstriated will be, they do not have alternate light and dark bands. They do not have alternate light and dark bands.
What is meant by light and dark bands?
Light and dark bands. Now I will be sending you children the figure of these three muscle fibers. Okay, तो उसमें आपको समझ में आ जाएगा that they have the means एक black band हो गया, फिर एक light band हो गया. Now how the light and dark bands are there? Means actin filament का एक बना है, फिर myosin का बना है, फिर actin filament है, फिर myosin है. तो alternate दो तरह के proteins alternately placed है. That is why it appears light and dark. Okay, so all have understood this one?
Ma'am, can you repeat the last one?
They have faint cross striations. Cardiac muscles, you have to write down, they have faint cross striations. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Third difference. Third difference you write down in the striated one that they are multinucleated. They are multinucleated and nucleus present at the periphery. They are multinucleated, matlab many nuclei are there. Placed at the periphery. Placed at the periphery.
placed at the
spelling.
Periphery. Placed at the periphery.
Ma'am, spelling.
Periphery. Periphery.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
They are multinucleated. The nucleus.
Ma'am, spelling.
Periphery spelling. P-E-R-I-P-H-E.
Yes, ma'am.
R-Y, periphery. Now children, try to see this diagram. Can you all see, children, the figure which I am showing you?
Yes, ma'am.
This is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
skeletal muscle. This is your cardiac muscle and this is your smooth muscle. Now, when you see the skeletal muscle, that is your striated muscle, इसमें आपको देखना है कि ये alternate ये ऐसे lines है, bands दिख रहे हैं. So alternate light and dark bands are there. Okay, these fibers, these are many fibers. बहुत सारे cells एक साथ attached दिखा रहे हैं. Can you see my cursor? The hand movement is visible to you all?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you find that this they are spindle shaped. Spindle shaped मतलब क्या? That they have pointed ends. Okay, but this is cylindrical and it is unbranched. Here you see the cardiac, so it is cylindrical, but they are branched. So that was the first difference. Second difference, you have written that they have alternate light and dark bands. The this one does not have the alternate light and dark bands, and cardiac has the faint process. Striations are present. तो striation ये दिख रहा है ना, labeling दिख रही है. Can you see the labeling, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So striations are these lines only. Okay. Now the third difference, what you have written about the nucleus. So the first one, the striated one, is multinucleated and nucleus is present at the periphery. Okay, here it's not visible clearly, children. लेकिन nucleus periphery पर रहता है, मतलब किनारे में रहता है. Okay, इसमें now in the other one write down, that is the smooth muscle or the unstriated, that they are uninucleated. They are uninucleated. Nucleus present at the center. They are uninucleated and nucleus is present in the center. Noted, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the cardiac muscle you write down quickly, that they are also uninucleated. They are uninucleated and nucleus present in the center. Nucleus present in the center. Noted, all of you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now write down the next one. The next difference. So next difference we will write down about where they are present. Okay, so now where they are present, now tell me quickly, striated muscle कहाँ मिलता है?
Ma'am,
Biceps and triceps of arms.
Ma'am, shoulder.
Ma'am, bicep.
No, you write down they are found attached to the bones and cartilage. They are found attached to the bones and cartilage. तो अब सब जगह पर है. अपन सिर्फ इतना लिख देंगे कि वो bones और cartilage से attached है. Okay? They are found attached to the bones and cartilage. So-called skeletal muscle. Add up there. So-called skeletal muscle.
Ma'am, can you repeat, please?
Yeah. They are found attached to the bones and cartilage. Bones and cartilage. So called skeletal muscle. Okay, now in the unstriated column you write down, they are found in the alimentary canal. They are found in the alimentary canal, urinary bladder, uterus, then liver, pancreas. Noted? Now tell me where the cardiac muscle is found.
Heart.
Heart.
Ma'am, please
Yeah.
repeat.
Now I want someone to repeat. Who can say?
Alimentary canal, uterus, liver, and pancreas.
Ma'am, urinary bladder also.
Urinary bladder also. So try to understand children कि हमारे जितने internal organs हैं जिसमें हमारा control नहीं है, तो वो सारे ही smooth muscles से बने हैं. They are made up of the unstriated or smooth muscles. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now quickly we will take up the nature of the muscle fibers. So first one, write down they are.
Ma'am, what is the cartilage?
They are found in heart.
Cartilage.
They are found in
That is
walls
the
of heart.
soft structures. Cartilage is present in your nose. Cartilage is present in your ear. You know that you can bend your ear. It is
They
not
are
a
soft
bone.
bones.
It is a cartilage. So the muscles are attached to the cartilage also, and these muscles are attached to the bones also. So
Ma'am, there are cardiac muscles.
Cardiac muscles in the heart. It is found in the heart, only in the heart. Okay, now next difference quickly take up. Next difference write down. In the first column, they are voluntary in nature. Voluntary in nature. And in the other two columns you write down, they are involuntary in nature. They are involuntary in nature. So which two are involuntary in nature, children?
Smooth
and cardiac.
Smooth and cardiac.
What do you mean to say by involuntary?
Ma'am, they are not in our control.
They are not?
They are not in our
In
control.
control.
They are not in our control. They will not work according to our wish. Bilkul theek. Okay, done everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next difference write down. The first one write down. They do not show rhythmic contraction and relaxation. They do not show rhythmic. You all know the spelling of rhythmic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So they do not show rhythmic contraction and relaxation.
Can you repeat?
They do not show rhythmic contraction and relaxation. फिर सेकेंड वाले में भी यही लिखना है. You know that you move your hand whenever you wish. It's not like that all the time you keep moving your hand rhythmically. Nothing like that. So that's why you say only when you wish you are moving your hand. Okay, whenever hand movement is done means the muscles are contracting and relaxing. Okay, लेकिन इसमें rhythmic नहीं होता. Then smooth muscles also you write down, they do not show rhythmic contraction and relaxation.
Yes, ma'am.
And heart, but you know, it shows rhythmic contraction. If the heartbeat, the timing changes, so you know the person will suffer from the different diseases. Okay, so your heart is beating how many times per minute?
72.
Very good, very good. So 72 times per minute the heart is beating means वो उस rhythm में ही चल रहा है उसको. Mean and why that rhythmic movement? Why 72 times per minute? Because the muscles, the cardiac muscles are contracting rhythmically. So you write it in the cardiac column that they contract and relax rhythmically. They contract and relax rhythmically. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next difference quickly write down further. So, what number point you got it?
7.
Seventh point. Okay, so write down. The first one write down, they get fatigued. They get fatigued. F-A-T-I-G-U-E-D. That is tired. Children, if you find that fatigued word difficult, you can write down tired. Okay, so skeletal muscles or the striated muscles, they get fatigued. That is tired. Okay, but the other two, they do not get fatigued. FATIGUED. They do not get fatigued. So you can understand if your heart muscles get fatigued, so what will happen? If they say I will not be contracting and relaxing, the heart will stop pumping the blood. And once the
Game over.
pumping of the blood means person
Game over.
dead. Person dead. You know the cardiac muscles throughout the life they rhythmically contract and relax. Okay, without getting tired. Without getting
Tired.
okay, so that's why we have written that they do not get fatigue. Smooth muscles, you know, your stomach muscles, intestine muscles, they do not get tired. They work continuously. So how many points we have got?
7.
7.
7.
7. So is there any difference which you want to tell we have not covered up, children? You have seen the video.
No, ma'am.
All points, the structural points we have covered up. The
Yes,
nature
ma'am.
we have covered up. The distribution we have covered up. Is it clear that where they are
Yes, ma'am.
distributed, where they are found?
Could we repeat the points
I want someone to
just for
repeat.
check?
Okay. Someone can repeat these differences one by one, but not all the points of difference will not be read by one student.
They
First point.
they are thin, long, cylindrical, unbranched, and unstriated muscle. They are spindle shaped. Cardiac muscle. They are thin, long, cylindrical, and branched.
Yes.
Skeletal muscle, they have alternate light and dark bands. Smooth muscles, they do not have alternate light and dark bands. Cardiac muscles, they have faint cross striations.
Skeletal muscles, they are multinucleated placed at the periphery.
So
Smooth
this
muscles,
children, the one diagram I have projected just now, इसमें देखो ये sides में present है nucleus. Okay, and this way when you see the electron microscopic structure ना, they have this way alternate light and dark bands. So dark band, then light band, then dark band, then light band. Okay, so actin, it is made up of actin protein, then the myosin protein, then actin protein, then myosin protein. Okay, and one single muscle fiber, unstriated, when you see it is having this structure. So this is cylindrical, this is spindle shaped. Is it very clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is unbranched, this is also unbranched, but this is the cardiac one, this is branched. Okay? And in the cardiac one, you can write down they have intercalated disc. This is a characteristic feature of the cardiac muscle, children, that they have intercalated disc. And this intercalated disc acts as a booster to receive the signal. Because the heart has to pump the blood, the heart has to rhythmically contract and relax, children. तो wave of contraction ना एक point से start होती है, लेकिन पूरे heart में वो wave of contraction will be spread out, and that wave of contraction has to be picked up by the muscle fibers. So that is picked up by the intercalated discs. Okay, so they are sensitive to those, so we call them as the boosters. Okay, so characteristic feature of the muscle fiber, this cardiac muscle, is that they have the intercalated disc. Okay, so the diagram is clear to you all? I'll send you these diagrams. You will make it in your notebook. Okay,
Yes,
so when the differences are asked, you'll have to support your answer with these diagrams. So continue now the next differences.
skeletal muscles, they are multinucleated placed at the periphery. Smooth muscles, they are uninucleated. Nucleus is present at the center. And cardiac muscles, they are uninucleated and nucleus present at the center.
Nucleus present at the center. Very good. Now next difference.
Skeletal.
One at a time.
Skeletal, they are attached to bones and cartilage, so called skeletal muscles. Smooth, they are found at the alimentary canal, uterus, urinary bladder, and pancreas. Cardiac, they are found at heart only.
They are found in the heart. Okay. Now next difference. What is remaining? Who else will tell?
First, they are voluntary in nature, then they are involuntary in nature, and then after in cartilage, they are involuntary in nature.
Okay. So we have stopped with the presentation, children. Now we have completed the 3 types of the muscle fibers. So for tomorrow's test, you will be preparing this differences between the 3 types of muscle fibers, and you will be preparing the nervous tissue. Okay, the structure of the nervous tissue, the function of the nervous tissue, and the location of the nervous tissue. So we end up, children, it is already 24. We'll do Shanti part now. So close your eyes, join your hands. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, ma'am.
You all can leave
Sai
now.
Ram, ma'am.
Salam, ma'am.
Thank you, children. All the best for you all. Prepare it well for tomorrow's oral test.
Hello, ma'am.
Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
Ma'am, 9th
Sai
we
Ram,
also
ma'am.
have tomorrow's oral
Yes.
test.
Yes, yes.
9th we also have